Hello dear students of class 6 and welcome to yet another online class of geography. Dear children, as usual we will be continuing with major water bodies and this is part 3 of your video. If you remember properly, in the previous video we covered up to the differences between a gulf and a bay. A gulf and a bay. And today we will be talking about strait, not the standing strait, but a geographical term which goes STRAIT, strait. Okay. Now what is strait? If you go definition wise, strait is a narrow stretch of water which connects two larger water bodies. Okay, strait is a narrow stretch of water which connects two larger water bodies. What I mean to say is, suppose you have water body A here, large water body A, and you have another large water body B. Alright, large water body A and large water body B. Now in middle, if there will be a narrow stretch of water, a very narrow stretch of water which can connect both these water bodies, then this one is known as strait. Understood? This is me putting it in simpler terms. Okay, you have, suppose there are two larger water bodies A and B, and there is a narrow stretch of water in between which is connecting these two water bodies, then that narrow stretch of water is known as strait. I hope you understand it. Now in what you call our world, there are two very important straits. Actually there are many, but two very important straits which you must remember as a geography student. First one is Strait of Gibraltar and second one is Park Strait. Okay, first I'll talk about Park Strait only because that's what matters a bit. You see, why I said matters a bit, because this Park Strait is located right under our country. Okay, right under our country. Suppose this is the southern side of India, and what you have here is Sri Lanka. Right? Now here is the Gulf of Mannar, M-A-N-N-A-R, Gulf of Mannar, and here is Bay of Bengal. So you see right here there is a narrow stretch of water. Right here there is a narrow stretch of water connecting Gulf of Mannar with Bay of Bengal. Gulf of Mannar with Bay of Bengal. And this particular narrow stretch of water is what is known as Park Strait. Park Strait. P-A-L-K, Park, not P-A-K, Park. Okay, L is silent there. P-A-L-K, Park Strait. Alright, and this Park Strait connects Bay of Bengal with Gulf of Mannar. Now not only that, dear children, there is another what you call strait also, like I told you, which is very important, and that is Strait of Gibraltar. Strait of Gibraltar connects Mediterranean Sea to the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, Mediterranean Sea to the Atlantic Ocean, in particular the North Atlantic Ocean. Now having said that, let's see what the book says about this. A strait is a narrow stretch of water that joins two large water bodies. The Strait of Gibraltar, for example, connects the Mediterranean Sea to the North Atlantic Ocean. And this is another one, Park Strait. I said this is important because this is right under our country, in the southern side of our country between India and Sri Lanka. Okay, Park Strait connects Gulf of Mannar to Bay of Bengal. Okay, Park Strait connects Gulf of Mannar to Bay of Bengal. Now you have lakes. Okay, now you have lakes. Now lakes are small bodies of water which are surrounded from all sides by land. Straits are narrow stretch. Oh, sorry, straight. I'm saying lakes are small bodies of water which are surrounded from all sides by land. But don't confuse them with ponds. Ponds are smaller in size, lakes are larger in size. Okay, and if you go comparison wise, lake water is far cleaner and clearer than pond water at most times. Okay, at most times. Okay, dear children, so as I was saying, lakes are small water bodies which are surrounded from all sides by land, but they should not be confused with ponds, because in comparison, lakes are much larger than ponds. Now let's see what the book says about this. Lakes are small bodies of water which are surrounded by land on all sides. Lake Balkash and Lake Baikal are example of lakes. Large lakes are also called inland seas. Okay. Now there are some lakes which are so big, they are almost come same to same when it comes to size with the seas. So they are known as inland seas. They are known as inland seas. For example, the Aral Sea, the Black Sea, and the Caspian Sea in Eurasia. Okay, now lakes are also very important because lakes, as I told you earlier, their water is cleaner and clearer. So their water can be used for drinking and domestic purposes. Plus, also, lake has so much of water that most of the time, lake's water is also used for irrigation in agricultural practices. Let's see. Lakes are an important source of drinking water and water needed for agricultural purposes. They are also important for leisure activities such as fishing, boating, picnicking, whatever makes a person relax. Okay, lakes are the most preferred spot for that. Now, here are some important lakes. Lake Baikal is located in southeast Siberia and is the oldest and deepest 1700-meter lake in the world. Now, this particular lake, Lake Baikal, Lake Baikal is the oldest and deepest lake in the world. Its depth is up to 1700 meters. 1700 meters. This lake is 1700 meters deep, plus that, which makes it the deepest lake in the world. Plus, it is one of the oldest lakes in the world. It contains 20% of the world's total unfrozen freshwater reserve. Whatever fresh water is there, okay, 20% of that is held in Lake Baikal alone. Now, 5 Great Lakes of USA: Superior, Huron, Michigan, Ontario, and Erie. 5 names, please remember them. 5 Great Lakes of USA: Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Ontario, and Lake Erie are a group of 5 huge freshwater lakes located between United States and Canada. They comprise the largest body of freshwater on earth. These 5 lakes, okay, these 5 lakes, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, Ontario, Erie, and Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan. These 5 lakes, which are located between United States of America and Canada, together form largest freshwater body. Freshwater body on earth. Understood? Lake Superior, remember the names: Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, and Lake Michigan. They form the largest freshwater body of the earth. Around 34 million people in United States and Canada, and more than 3,500 species of plants and animals inhabit, means live in, the Great Lakes Basin. These lakes serve as a popular recreation spots for boating, fishing, and other recreational activities, and are an important channel for transportation of goods. Next comes Lake Onega. Lake Onega is the second largest lake in Europe, situated in the northwestern part of the European portion of Russia, and is one of the largest freshwater reservoirs of Europe. Then you have Lake Titicaca, is a large deep lake in the Andes mountain bordering Bolivia and Peru. Lake Titicaca is a deep lake located between Bolivia and Peru. It forms a border for both. It is the largest lake in South America in terms of volumes of water and surface area. Next you have Lake Victoria, is the largest lake in Africa and is the main reservoir of the Nile River. It lies mainly in Tanzania and Uganda, but bordering on Kenya. Now Lake Victoria, which is the largest lake in Africa, okay, it acts as a reservoir for River Nile. Also, dear children, as it said, it is located in Tanzania and Uganda, okay, but it also forms a border for Kenya. And last one, Chilika Lake. Chilika Lake is in our country itself. Chilika Lake is a saltwater lake. Now saltwater lake means this Chilika Lake was once the part of the sea. Due to some geographical reason, it was cut off from the sea, okay, and became a saltwater lake. In the state of Odisha in the eastern part of India, in winter it becomes the largest ground for migratory birds and is home to a number of threatened species of plants and animals. You see, in winter, most of the migratory birds, the birds which come from foreign countries to our country, which fly from foreign country to our country, they come and settle in Lake Chilika only. And Lake Chilika is also the home to many, many endangered birds and animals. Now, rivers. Now, coming to rivers, dear children, rivers, as we know, are very, very important. You have been reading your history, you have been brushing up on your history, so you know very well that most of the early human civilizations settled near the banks of river only. You see, rivers provided everything for them. Rivers provided them with cheaper means of transportation, waterway. Rivers provided them with food in the form of fishes. River provided them water for drinking, right, and domestic purposes. Most importantly, river provided them water for irrigation as well as fertile soil where they could do agriculture. This is one reason most of the large cities, especially in our country or in any country you go, most of the large cities, most developed cities are located near the banks of rivers. Having said that, dear children, if you try to understand how a river forms, you see, rivers are mostly formed in mountainous region or higher region. They are formed either by rainwater, right, or by melting glacier. Most of the time their source is located at a higher altitude. Now from higher altitude, when a river flows, mostly a river has one destination only, to reach the sea. See, first of all, understand this, all rivers cannot reach the sea, alright, but most of the rivers, they are able to reach the sea. From the mountains they flow and they reach the sea. This is in particular a journey of a river. Now in this journey, the river is divided into three courses. You have the upper course, when it is right coming out of the mountains, flowing down the mountains. Then you have middle course, when it is on the plains, and the last one, the lower course, place where river connects with the sea, So any river which has all these three courses, upper course, middle course and lower course, is known as ideal river. Like I told you already, all the rivers don't reach the sea. All the rivers don't reach the sea. But if it can reach, if it can reach, if it forms all the three courses, the upper course, the middle course, as well as the lower course, then it is known as ideal river. And like I told you earlier, dear children, rivers, when they are formed either by rainwater or by melting glacier water. This classifies the rivers into two parts. The rivers that have water all the year round, and the rivers which have water only during the rainy season. Okay, like I said, there are some rivers whole the year round you go, you'll find water there. They are known as perennial rivers. Perennial rivers. Whereas there are some rivers which will have water only during the rainy season. Once the rainy season is over, the river dries up. It's only a barren stretch of land. Such rivers are known as non-perennial rivers. Children, I'll provide you with a diagram which you'll have to draw in your notebook. Okay, and we will continue talking about the rivers in the next video. Thank you very much. Stay safe.